I now declare this 10th induction and turnover ceremonies to order.
Welcome all. It's very good to see all of you in your resplendent radiance, befitting of this elegant venue that we have tonight. And this should be the sign of things to come for iConnect Toastmasters. So for the next few minutes, few hours, we'll be here elegantly dressed and hopefully well-behaved. Can I get the promise from everyone? But if we're a little misbehaved, that's fine too. The important thing is to have fun this evening. And so, to begin, we will have the opening prayer, and this will be led by Toastmaster Hilkacha. Let's all please stand.
Let us remember that we are in the holy presence of God. Lord God, let your power and glory fill this place in every one of us. Lord God, you are the Lord of life, the Lord of love, and the Lord of life. Fill our hearts with your divine compassion. Fill our minds with your divine wisdom. Fill our body with your divine strength, and fill our spirit with your divine joy and happiness. Lord God, we give gratitude to you for all the blessings that you have given us for the last 10 years. As we celebrate the 10th anniversary of iConnect Club. Lord God, we humbly invoke for your blessings, for your grace and for your guidance during the next 10 years as we continue as a club to help other people, the members, to develop their communication and leadership skills. Lord God, we ask this in the name of Jesus Christ, your Son. Amen.
Please remain standing as we sing the national anthem together. And to lead us in the Toastmasters promise, please welcome Past President Jake Anthony Duran.
In unison, let us recite the Toastmasters promise. As a member of Toastmasters International in my club, I promise to attend club meetings regularly, to prepare all of my projects to the best of my ability, basing them on the Toastmasters education program, to prepare for and fulfill meeting assignments, to provide fellow members with helpful constructive evaluations, to help the club maintain the positive, friendly environment necessary for all members to learn and grow, to serve my club as an officer when called upon to do so, to treat my fellow club members and our guests with respect and courtesy, to bring guests to club meetings so they can see the benefits Toastmasters membership offers, to adhere to the guidelines and rules for all Toastmasters educational and recognition programs, to act within Toastmasters core values of integrity, respect, service, and excellence during the conduct of all Toastmasters activities. You may now be seated.
Welcome all, and I'm very pleased to see you in all your elegance. I am Jay Amato, and I will be your guide throughout this evening's festivities. And to welcome us all to this event, please welcome to give the opening remarks, Mr. Jeffrey Holanda Garcia, 2013 President of iConnect Toastmasters.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, guests, and passers-by. And of course, the sponsors at the back. May I see a show of hands who's attending a Toastmaster event for the first time? Yes, Jojo, no? Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much for joining us in the first decade of iConnect Toastmasters Club. I'd like to welcome you all with the thought of what disruptors are. And for business people, we all know what disruptors are. These are institutions, these are ventures that shake things up, change, and implement something new and something that is different from what is existing. You have different disruptors that are up right now. How many here took Uber to get here? How many here took Grab to get here? How many commuted to get here? Congratulations, you're still alive. How many have booked via Airbnb? How many of you have Snapchat or have stories on Instagram? All of these, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, are disruptors. They are meant to change the current setup. What does this have to do with my welcome speech? Nothing really. I just want to prove that I'm smart. Other than that, I've always thought of iConnect Toastmasters Club as a disruptor. It all started when I first disrupted their meeting 7 years ago. Because of the prodding of my then boss and good friend, Lavi. How many of you joined Toastmasters because of your boss? Good. Not a lot. Lucky for you. I was invited one time by my boss, Jeff, go to Mandaluyong and join our Toastmasters meeting. And I was thinking this would be a bunch of drunkards who meet and just drink and, go into drunken stupor and shout like, sailors or truck drivers. Little did I know that I wasn't the one being disturbed. I was the one disrupting them. When I came to Shakey's in 500 Shaw, they were a club that was prim, proper, and I came along. All the while I thought that I was entirely different from what the club is. Little did I know that I came in and I don't want to say it, but I think I was the bad influence where the club became the disruptor that it is now. Don't take me wrong. Again, in this context, a disruptor is something that changes what is the status quo to make it better. For those that have attended iConnect, you know how crazy we get. You know how noisy we get. And you know how involved our speeches get. You know our challenges, especially with venues, where we moved from a chicken place to a pizza place, and then back to a chicken place, and then we went to some kind of a shake blender place. If you were there during our meetings, that was the place when you don't want evaluators to hear your bad speech. So you talk to the waitress and then say, when I say my first word, turn on the blender. The blender would turn, it will drown the entire room, and your speech would not be heard. And then the last thing you'd hear was thank you. Speech done. From that place, we went to a Filipino place. Then we went to a Bagnet place that was partly underground. Then we went to an office, which we disturbed a lot of times. Then we went back to somewhere near Shaw to some sort of Filipino place that kicked us out. Then we went to our Thai-Bex place, where we ate Thai food. Tas ang dami ding Bex. And then now we're situated. We're situated now, if you're going to attend our meetings, to me this is the most fun place that we've had because we're having our meetings in a wine cellar. We have wine, we have cold cuts, testament to how crazy we get. Despite those challenges, we continue to do what we do best, to deliver strong speeches, to deliver effective speeches, to provide effective, efficient, and on-the-point evaluation, to win contests, and most importantly, to support everyone that wishes to improve. iConnect has been there for 10 years, and we have never let up. Like any other community club, we've had our challenges, we've lost members, we've gotten back members, I've gotten members from other divisions. Yes, Rhea? June Urbina is not here.
Not yet.
Not yet. And, you know, people have come and gone. But like the story of most clubs, iConnect continues to stand firm and iConnect continues to disrupt. We have our meetings, we have our normal meetings, and our normal meetings are not the normal meetings for all clubs. We all say iConnect is an acquired taste. And I'm proud to say that. We are an acquired taste. But once you acquire that taste of excellence, that taste of crazy, and that taste of support, you'll never let go. Thank you everyone for joining us in our first decade. We hope to see more of you in the coming years, maybe in our 20th anniversary. And maybe we're still alive by then, God willing. And we'll have longer necklaces to wear, and more formal clothes to wear, more ostriches that being killed for her gown, and more gowns sponsored by the Game of Thrones, as seen by our president. I actually had my student make me a coat at no cost because this is her project. And the reaction today will determine her grade. Okay, so she failed. I will tell her later. Welcome everyone to iConnect Toastmasters first decade. Enjoy the fun, enjoy the crazy, go home with a full heart, and we'll see you in our next meetings. Toastmasters meeting.
Thank you very much. I prefer to call him Jeffy because rightly or wrongly, he joined Toastmasters under my term. So I don't know if I'm the one you should be blaming or I'm the one you should be praising. I'm sharing the blame with you, Lavi. But in any case, we know Jeff and he is exuberant and he's unstoppable, and that is a hallmark of an iConnect Toastmasters member. So as you see, iConnect Toastmasters Club has been here for 10 years. So over the course of this evening, we will walk down memory lane. We will get to meet some of the members that we have had over the past 10 years, and some of them are right here. But for now, allow me to acknowledge these very important people. I'm sure some of them are gonna arrive as we go along, but let me start with these people. As I call your name, please rise so that we can acknowledge you properly. Starting with Division A Director, Jason Brimont. He's over here. We also have Division G Director, Mark Castillo. Area 4 Director, Trixie Esguerra. Of course, we have, I don't see, Past Division A Area Director. Past Division A Director, Idasi. Is she here already? She's promised that she will be here, so we'll see her for sure. Past Area 4 Director, Bing Villania. Looking so elegant today. Past Area 2 Governor, Jeffrey Hulanda Garcia. Past District Public Relations Officer Gabby Go Balang. We also have Division B Director Beng Manala. Ben, please. And as we go along, as the famous personality of Toastmasters Philippines come, District 75, then we will acknowledge them as they come. So in the meantime, allow me to invite you, because it is a little 7:30-ish. I'm sure a lot of our stomachs are grumbling by this time. So I think it's only fitting that we start to fill our stomachs and later on our minds and ears with Toastmasters speeches. So for now, the buffet tables are open. Please join us and have some sustenance. Please enjoy your dinner, and while we do so, we will have some music played for us by Ivy and Butch. Enjoy.
Yes, good evening everybody.
Different tables daw, isa lang naman.
For so long you are a friend of mine, but is this all I'll ever be? I've lived you ever since you are a friend of mine, and baby, is this all I'll ever could be? You tell me things I've never known, I show you love you never show, but take care when you cry, I'm always at your side. You tell me now I love you, glad I listen very eagerly, but deep inside you never see this feeling of emptiness, and it makes me feel sad. I know this is how it's gonna be. 1, 2, 3. I love you then and I love you still. You're a friend of mine. Now I know friends are all we ever could be. You tell me face I never know. I show you love you never show. But then again when you cry, I'm always at your side. You tell me that I love you, that I listen very eagerly, but deep inside you never say this feeling of emptiness. It makes me feel scared, but then again, but then again, but then again, I'm glad. This evening, everybody, and how much to the Miss Ida together with Kuya Butch. Try to entertain you on your 10th anniversary. You tell me things I never know, I show you love you never show, but then again when you cry,
silent, slings circulates, waves of gentle, magic dozens, it's more than dozens, goes on. Oh, but it wasn't so sad. How can I tell her I love her? Yes, I would be on belly. And it's there when she wants to be seen. She looks for the hand in me. Talking and telling me I'm love. The girl me baby, the girl's love. When she passes I smile, she doesn't see.
Showing you some of the videos of the winning speeches of some of our iConnect Toastmasters Club members. So our next video, please.
Contestant number 2.
Some of that. But before that, let's acknowledge some of the people who have made this event possible. Amaya Skies, Avenida, Amaya Skies at the Mesa, Amaya, Ayala Land, Kontiki Travel, Happy Events Incorporated with Mr. D.G. De Guzman over there. Let's give him a big hand to organize this entire thing. Swoop, your hero in real estate. Tama ba? We also have some comeback in Toastmasters who are past members of iConnect who are here with us today. We have Alvin Bataan. Alvin, where are you? Bayad? Oh, so he's come back. He's come back. And there's also Lolly Uy. Say hi, Lolly. Lolly. And the mom of our incoming president, Mrs. Santos, let's give her a big hand for being here. And we also have the charter president of the newest club in Toastmasters Philippines, CPAC Philippines Incorporated Toastmasters Club, Mabel Morales. Mabel, where are you? There she is. Welcome. It's good to see all of you here. For all of those who don't know, Jam, our incoming president, is the club mentor of CPAC Philippines Incorporated Toastmasters Club. Oh. Why so surprised? So we come to the part of the program where we acknowledge those who made 2016-2017 an extraordinary year. And for this, let's give a hand to President Lavinia Baldeo, Peña Verde, Obama. Hindi na pala, wala na pala Obama. To acknowledge the contribution of these people. Let's give President Lavinia.
Thank you very much, Past President Jay. It is with great pleasure to acknowledge here in front the people who made 2016 and 2017 a very memorable year. I'd like to acknowledge my members who didn't leave the club and who remained committed until the end. First off, I'd like to say thank you and congratulations to a very dedicated Toastmaster. It is his year 1, but in his first year, he is already a competent communicator. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Dave Gulimbi. club, but who is very generous in terms of sharing his talents and resources, quote unquote. Our resident treasurer, please help me say thank you to Toastmaster Jake Duran. I particularly would like to acknowledge this Toastmaster because when the year started, he was very hesitant. He is actually one of, I would like to call an iconic comebacking iConnect Toastmaster because at first, he was very hesitant, but he ended up so strong that he decided and accepted the tall order of being incoming President Jam's Vice President for Education. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Manmar Francisco. And of course, I would like to thank this person who was very upfront in telling me at the start that at the beginning, her heart was not really in Toastmasters because she would rather do 1,001 other things other than attend the meeting every Saturday. But to my pleasant surprise, she was so very obedient, especially when I gently nudged her to try her luck in joining the contest. And this, she said, was a turning point in her unconditional commitment to Toastmaster, our incoming president, Toastmaster Jam Santos. Guys, you know how it is. This is very iConnect. Can I call on the folks who has the special token for a photo op here in front?
Hey, well, here.
Mitch, next year ka, Mitch. Next year.
Thank you very much. Let me turn over the proceeding to our Toastmaster for the evening.
You have indeed made iConnect's 10th year, well 9th year, really special. Thank you and congratulations to all those who were recipients of very special awards. To give flavor, to give us an idea what that year was, I would request you to direct your attention to the screen behind me. And we have a little AVP to show exactly what it was that transpired in iConnect Toastmasters Club's life in 2016-2017. Take a look. give us firsthand what it was like to be president, the 9th president of iConnect Toastmasters Club. Please welcome back Toastmaster Lavinia Valero Peñaverde, President, iConnect Toastmasters Club 2016-2017.
Thank you very much, Past President Jay. You never fail to amaze me whenever you pronounce my name completely. Distinguished guests, fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen. A year ago, I stood before you and promised that when we see each other again, iConnect Toastmasters Club will be in a better shape. Today, I am proud and grateful to say that the club is back to its President Distinguished status for Toastmaster Year 2016-2017. There's even an added bonus of having the honor of representing Division A in the District Humorous Speaking Competition through our contestant, no other than our incoming President, Toastmaster Jam Santos. The road traveled was challenging. We had to remain focused in keeping our club theme, Renew, Rekindle, Regale. We renew the interests of members to pursue their Toastmasters journey. For 3 Saturdays of the month, the club witnessed memorable, powerful speeches from committed members and constructive feedback from well-meaning friends of iConnect Toastmasters who joined us as evaluators. We rekindled camaraderie and deepened friendships as we welcome back tenured iConnect members. It was a refreshing fellowship as we witnessed seasoned and relatively new members convene in a relaxed, friendly environment of fun and learning through Saturday meetings. We regaled our audience with high impact and quality speeches that not only express our thoughts and feelings, but more importantly, inspired and moved others to become better versions of themselves. They say that love is lovelier this second time around. I must be crazy in love with this club to consider being a president for the second time around after 7 years. Let me be honest, ladies and gentlemen, in saying that I had my apprehension when I assumed the role again as club president. The landscape has changed, my circumstances change. But one thing remains constant: the passion to keep iConnect Toastmasters Club home for making ordinary people extraordinary, as we help members hone their ability to communicate with others. As I turn over the baton of leadership to the incoming officers, I happily take a back seat as I continue supporting the club as a mentor and friend. I am confident that we have paved the way for the new leaders of iConnect Toastmasters Club who will bring us to the next 10 years. A song by Lea Salonga comes to mind to describe my leadership journey in iConnect, and it goes this way. What a journey it has been, and the end is not in sight, but the stars are out tonight, and they're bound to guide my way. When they're shining in my life, I can see a better day. I won't let the darkness in. What a journey it has been. Thank you, iConnect Toastmasters, for the privilege of serving you again. Cheers to our 10 years. Let's continue the journey to the next decade. Mabuhay ang iConnect Toastmasters Club. Mabuhay tayong lahat. Good evening.
Once give a well-deserved round of applause to our outgoing president, Lavinia Verde. And as you know, if there's an exit, there's always an entrance, yeah? So this is the time that we bid farewell to our outgoing officers. Oh, Louie, you're here. Hi, say hi to everyone. This is Louie. He's one of the members of iConnect when I joined. That was, what, 7 years ago? Good to see you, man. So I was saying, now is the time that we look back at the duties and responsibilities that were given to the 2016-2017 officers. And tonight, we will be discharging them of that responsibility. So to lead us in the discharging of the outgoing, no, we're not discharging them from life, just their responsibilities for the Toastmasters Club. And we have past Area 4 Governor, Director, past Area 4 Director. You have to, there have been changes in so you have to bear with me. Past Area 4 Director, Bing Villania.
This is going to be short. So, I would like to call all the officers of the term of Lavi Peñaverde from treasurer going up here in that sequence so that you may be formally and properly discharged. President here, treasurer here. Okay, so this is it. Maki. Alright. Are we all here? Okay. I can discharge now.
Yes.
Please. 2016 and 2017 of iConnect Toastmasters Club officers. Now we are truly grateful for your relentless service. Okay? For the whole term, because as leaders of the club, you have made the club achieve its goals and it became even President's Distinguished. Okay? So, we owe the success to all the officers, but at this point, you are discharged of your duties and responsibilities, and you may now take a deep breath because you are relieved of all of your duties and responsibilities from this time, unless you are incoming officer of the incoming club. Could we give them a round of applause?
All right. Sense that hesitation. They didn't want to go back to their seats. I have a feeling they're not feeling the discharge just quite yet. Well, for some of them will be charged once again, not with a case or anything, but with a new set of responsibilities. So let's take a look at the incoming officers for 2017-2018 of iConnect Toastmasters Club. But before we do that, this is probably something that's unfamiliar to a lot of Toastmasters, but to symbolize the formal turnover ceremonies of the responsibilities from one president to another, we have turnover of the gavel and the hammer, and I give this to 2016-2017 Lavi Peñaverde.
President Jam, as the outgoing president of our club, iConnect Toastmasters Club, I do hereby turn over this gavel to you as a symbol of authority. Please wield it unflinchingly but righteously, with courage but with humility, with determination but with compassion and understanding. As you accept this gavel and the authority that goes with it, may God bless and help you in all your undertakings. Congratulations.
IPP Lavi Peñaverde. I do hereby accept this gavel as the symbol of my authority for Toastmasters International with the theme, Bigger, Brighter, and Bolder. With the Toastmaster International, it is my covenant to wield this gavel unflinchingly but righteously, with a courage but with humility, and finally with determination but with compassion and understanding. So be it.
And because this is a very important year for iConnect Toastmasters Club, this is the 10th year, if you haven't heard that one before, we prepared a special medallion which contains the names of each of the presidents for the past 10 years. And may I call on the past presidents of Toastmasters Club, iConnect Toastmasters Club, to join us on stage so that we can turn over this medallion from the outgoing president to the incoming president. So I'm gonna join this group for a bit. So I'm gonna let go of this microphone. If Miss Universe has her crowning moment, Jam Santos has her big meddling moment. And this just happened just a couple of seconds ago. Congratulations, President Jam. Now to join President Jam on this journey in bringing iConnect Toastmasters Club to a bigger, brighter, and bolder place, I call on the officers of 2017-2018 of iConnect Toastmasters. Beginning with Roy Anzag, who will be performing the role of Sergeant at Arms. You didn't know his name was Roy. You knew him as Mackie. That's Roy.
Love you, friend.
Club Secretary for 2017-2018, Toastmaster Hil Kacha. Treasurer for 2017-2018 and since time immemorial, Jake Duran. Vice President for Public Relations, Harold Bueno. Membership, Mitch Bautista. Vice President for Education, Mr. ASEAN himself, Manmar Francisco. And of course, you've seen her in her Cersei Lannister gown. Incoming President of iConnect Toastmasters Club, Jamela Santos. Here you have it, the 2017-2018 officers of iConnect Toastmasters Club. And now, we call on Division Director Jason Brimon to induct our incoming officers.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good day.
Thank you, Direct DG. Tonight is obviously a night of celebrations. Earlier, we celebrated the past 9 years and the past year of the wins, the excellence of iConnect Toastmasters Club. And before we celebrate another year with these fellow Toastmasters and officers of your club, let me add to the celebration one thing by recognizing that iConnect continues to be a champion and a club of champions. And iConnect has been able to show that in the past division, area and division contest with the win of Toastmaster Mitch, placing third place for the humorous contest in division. And let me recognize her by handing over this medal from the It has always been a difficult challenge to compete against iConnect, and I personally say that having been competing against them for a couple of years now, which is why I moved my club to another area, so I don't have to compete with them anymore. Let's give iConnect Toastmasters and Champions a good round of applause, please. Now, the Toastmasters year of 2017 to 2018, has already begun. And we are now formalizing the service of our new officers. But they have already served at the beginning of term since July 1st, and I've seen how dedicated they are. So this will be just a formality of the oath of office. And may I borrow the gavel, please? Okay. And I would request the club officers to handle the gavel as a sign of authority. Beginning with the Sergeant at Arms. Toastmaster Roy Maki Ansa. Toastmaster Roy, you have been elected by your members to be the Sergeant at Arms for this term.
Yes.
And part of the role of the Sergeant at Arms is to make sure that you look good, fix yourself well, so that you are able to fix and organize the club meetings properly. Is this a role that you commit to do to the best of your ability? Thank you. Kindly pass on the gavel to the incoming treasurer, Toastmaster Jake. Toastmaster Jake, you have been a pillar for iConnect for so many years. And this is nothing new for you. As a treasurer, you handle the finances of the club. And you have to ensure the remittance of the finances to the district and to the whole Toastmasters organization. And this is also a reminder for you to remit the payments for this September before September 30 closing. And with all of that, I'm sure you are very familiar with the role of the treasurer. Is this a role that you commit to continue to fulfill the best of your ability? Thank you, Toastmaster Jake. Kindly pass on the gavel to our secretary, incoming secretary, Toastmasters. Records of the club are well in order. This role needs you to be meticulous and to have all the records ready for view by any one of the members and of the officers. Is this a role that you commit to do to the best of your ability? Thank you, Toastmaster Hill. Kindly pass on the gavel to our Vice President for Public Relations, Toastmaster Harold Bueno. Toastmaster Harold, publicity. That is the basic role of the Vice President for PR. In this age of social media, the role of the Vice President for PR now encompasses ensuring that the rest of the world is able to know what Toastmasters is all about. And not just your own club. Is this a role that you are committing to fulfill to the best of your ability? Thank you, Toastmaster Howard. Our Vice President for Membership, our champion, Toastmaster Michelle Bautista. Toastmaster Mitch, as Vice President for Membership, you have to ensure two things. First is building membership, retaining membership. It's basically retention and extension. We are now about to open a new term beginning October 1st in the renewal of memberships. So I hope that you will be able to ensure that we meet the targets of the club and the whole district. Is this a role that you commit to fulfill to the best of your ability? Thank you, Toastmaster Mitch. And now we have the Vice President for Education, Toastmaster Manmar Francisco. Toastmaster Manmar, the role of the Vice President for Education is known to all of us as the most tedious, the most challenged role. You have to ensure that the continuous learning of the members is organized and planned for, so that the purpose of each member to come to Toastmasters and learn and grow themselves will be fulfilled. Is this a role that you commit to do to the best of your ability? Thank you, Toastmaster Man. And finally, our incoming president, Toastmaster Jamela Santos. Toastmaster Jam, leadership, it's all about leadership. That is your primary goal, to lead your organization, the members who have elected you, your peers as officers of iConnect, to make sure that you are able to meet the targets. But on the other hand, your role also does not end there. You have to ensure that you support the area, the division, and the district to meet the bigger organizational targets. You will not be able to do this with just your authority, having been elected as president. You will be able to do this by continuously building relationships and influencing the rest of the membership and the new members to come. This will not be an easy job, and it will be something that will be challenging you to take you to a higher level. Is this a role that you commit to do to the best of your ability? Okay. Thank you very much. Now, having been charged for their respective roles, I would like to request everyone to kindly stand up to witness the formal taking oath of our club officers of iConnect as they begin to serve in this term 2017 to 2018. New officers, kindly raise your right hand and repeat after me. I can you state your name? Having been elected as, can you state your role?
As President,
do hereby solemnly swear. Swear. To fulfill the roles and responsibilities for which I have been charged. So help me God. There you have it. fellow Toastmasters and guests, they have been formally charged and installed, and let us all come to the front and congratulate each one of them. Thank you.
Yes, congratulations. You make me this pretty, bring me down, thanks, it makes me feel like a fake. Mr. Saxo, he makes me this, bring me down, dancing, it makes me feel like a fake. Mr. Saxo, you make me this, bring me down, thanks, it makes me feel like a fake. Mr. Saxo, he makes me this, bring me down, dancing, it makes me feel like a fake. Mr. Saxo beats. Oh, 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 yeah, oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Congratulations on you. Hey, sexy boy, set me free. Don't be shy, play with me, my dirty boy. Can't you see? The chicken on next to me. Hey, sexy boy, set me free. Don't be shy, play with me, my dirty boy. Can't you see? The money from there. You make me this, break me up, break me down, please. It makes me look like a fake. Mr. Saxo, he makes me this, break me up, break me down. That sex me makes me look like a fake. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. 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 Yeah, party, party.
There you have it, 2017-2018 officers of iConnect Toastmasters Club. Let's bid them all good luck. Now to address for the very first time as president of iConnect Toastmasters Club, and they just took away my podium. But of course we want the president to take center stage, and that's why they did that. Please welcome 2017-2018 President of iConnect Toastmasters Club, Jamela Santos.
Thank you, Past President Jay Amato, a fellow JCI member. God doesn't call the qualified, He qualifies the called. Fellow Toastmasters, guests, sponsors, suppliers, they're important. Good evening. My journey in iConnect Toastmasters Club started in 2012 when past President Jay Amato introduced me to the wonderful world of Toastmasters. The following year, I started with the organization as a paying member. Dreaded to talk, scared, and feeling uneasy every time they ask me to speak in front of so many people. In fact, I remember the greatest escape that I will always do during club meetings is in table topic sessions. I wouldn't look into the eyes of the table topic master because of a high chance of me being called. Which I know every one of you who are Toastmasters in this room can definitely relate. If the table topic master is too persistent, I can simply go to the ladies' room and stay for a while and be back in the meeting after table topics. Yes, I wanted to be a great public speaker, but I hate the discipline and the process that goes through it. According to Tom Baudet, in school, you're taught a lesson and then given a test. In life, you're given a test that teaches you a lesson. This statement became true to me. In 2013, when I served in my other organization, Junior Chamber International, as the Vice President for Internal of JCI Manilena, I was tasked to do some reports with no less than the JCI World President when the PowerPoint started to break down. You know, caught off guard, I felt so embarrassed and didn't know what to say. I know that everyone can paint a clear picture of failure during that time. And if only fairies are true, I should have wished, sana buo ka na lang lupa at kinain ako. Indeed, life is all about choices. We are free to make our choices, but we are not given the luxury to choose the end result. As for me, the experience of failure became a turning point in my life. I promised myself that I will do everything that I can to polish my communication skills. Although it took me 3 years before I became an active member, at least I'm proud to say I am facing my fear of public speaking one step at a time. Just last year, I represented Division 8 for the humorous public speaking. One of the milestones that I will always remember in my Toastmasters journey. This is because of so many people who have shared their talents and time practicing, listening, and making some amendments in my speech. You know who you are? People who have shared their constant support and unfailing constructive evaluations for me to be better. One of them is, of course, my immediate past president, Lavi Peñaverde. Thank you for mentoring me and for your undying support. I have learned so much from you. Tonight, I stand before you as the 10th president of iConnect Toastmasters Club. As an organization, we cannot deny the fact that we have tons of ups and downs. It's a journey of discovery of our weaknesses and strengths. There are moments of glory and moments in deep valleys of despair. The most important thing is this experience has made us strong as an organization. To the past presidents, officers, and members who took the courage and responded to the call of leadership, thank you for the legacy of investments to sharpen and harness the talents of those who have come to iConnect Toastmasters Club. Indeed, we are continuing our journey to excellence, reinventing speakers and leaders, renewing, rekindling, regaling, and today, in my turn, we dare to be bigger. That's why I become fatter, bolder, and brighter. Bigger. We are bigger. Once upon a time, when we were young, we used to dream big and promise ourselves, but we'll do everything that we can to fulfill our dreams. Bigger dreams that even others can't even imagine. Just continue to believe that you can. Just in public speaking, people may say that you can't, that in some point that you will fail. I dare you to enjoy these moments. Nothing is sweeter to bounce back with bigger heart that you have faced those challenges because you have survived and learned into the fences of Toastmasters International. The truth, Toastmasters International is the safest place to commit mistakes in public speaking. iConnect Toastmasters Club will be bigger not only in numbers but in spreading hopes that bigger opportunities await those who are willing to be trained. We are also brighter. We have learned from our past, and brighter future is awaiting upon us. If we desire to be the best version of ourselves, let us continue to learn and share best practices with each other. A brighter future is ahead of us. Let's not get weary to create an environment of fun, loving environment while learning. This is our culture, our unique identity. This is where we are known for. Yeah, we are known as a crazy club. We are iConnect, and I can see a brighter future to our future leaders and members. And lastly, we are bolder. Few years from now, new generations of speakers and leaders will rise. They will inspire and motivate thousands and millions of people. They will bring hope and will be effective communicators of their time. They will speak life and will change lives. In-demand trainers who will bring transformation to the corporate world. Cabinet members of the government who are not afraid to speak and seek what is best and good to the majority of the people. Preachers who speak with conviction. Parents and children that despite a generation gap understands each other. Broken relationships healed. All of these are possible because they have learned the art of communication. Differences were resolved because they have decided to talk. These people will be coming from iConnect, from Toastmasters, specifically from iConnect Toastmasters Club. It is because we've created a legacy to create a ripple effect of change that starts within ourselves. We became bolder to be the catalyst of change because iConnect adopted and became true to the Toastmasters banner that it is the best place where great leaders and speakers are made. God doesn't call the qualified, He qualifies the call. I am still a work in progress, and I'll do everything that I can to learn and lead people to bring out the best in them. Tonight, I challenge all of you and to continue with your journey with Toastmasters. May you become bigger, not just in weight, but also brighter and bolder. Mabuhay ang iConnect Toastmasters Club, mabuhay ang Toastmasters International. Maraming salamat po at magandang gabi sa inyo lahat.
Again, a warm applause to 2018 President of iConnect Toastmasters Club, Jamela Santos. Our next speaker is a very important person in my Toastmasters life. I, in fact, joined Toastmasters under her term. Back then, I knew her as Bing, and the name itself had a certain aura, a certain amount of fear as well. But tonight, befitting her attire this evening, she will be henceforth called Elvira Villania, to give us a keynote address. Let's give her a big hand.
Nasira yung pang-bing-billion niya. I just retired from my work. But little did I know that my first speech after retirement and also being promoted from my company to a level which makes you just sign documents. This is the first speech that I am delivering as chairman of the board. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Good evening, distinguished guests. And I have to say, good evening to sponsors and suppliers. It is with great pride and joy but when we talk of diamond, it is easy to visualize and I don't have to give you an item or a picture of a diamond. Am I right? Whether it is a tiny diamond or a big diamond, it doesn't matter. It is the brilliance of the diamond which is very important. And I would like to liken the journey of iConnect over the 10 years to the 4 C's of a diamond. But there is a story behind that diamond. We all know that a diamond is gotten from the rough, almost like with stone or rocks. As you go through the process of bringing out the gem itself, the diamond goes through a process of cleaning, distillation, baking, firing, until a very long process, the brilliance, which could just even be a tiny one, is what it is, a gem. That diamond can be considered a piece of frozen sunshine. But every diamond undergoes trials. So once upon a time, that diamond was dropped in mud. And the sun beat on that diamond. And when it dried up, will you ever see a diamond? The answer is definitely no. You will see mud. But how will the diamond rediscover itself? Only when it goes through the process of cleaning, cleansing, washing, until the diamond is again seen as a real diamond. I would like to say that in the past 10 years, while Director Jason sees the club as a club of champions, while everybody sees that we are all presidents distinguished, we all went through the journey just like that diamond. But still, what is important is that the 4 C's of the diamond comes out every year in a different way. And we would not celebrate 10 years were it not for the 4 C's that I will talk about. First, color. We all know that there is not just one color of a diamond, right? Not just white, there is pink, there is black, golden yellow. Just like the diamond, iConnect is filled with color. Age-wise, we have the youngest, I think, which is 18 years old, Julian, who even completed CC. But I noticed that he was coming in only because the mother was a member. Okay? So, mother and son, why not? It was a package deal. But I cannot say that we have the oldest. Because I have seen other clubs with real, elderly. And if I might say, baka ako pa ang oldest. Talk of race. The club has been filled with different members, Filipinos, Americans, Germans, of different nationalities, and different, we even had Muslims during my term. Talk about gender. Ilan lang ba ang gender? Male? Female? But right now, in the era of data privacy policy, diba? You can say, in the words of common people, we have the most competent, talented Beckys ever. So, I refuse to say that there is that other gender which shouldn't be part of iConnect. For as long as they adhere to the values and to the norms and the terms of Toastmaster, they are all welcome and they can contribute their talent, their laughter, and everything that they can. C, colorful. I would have to say, for the first C, iConnect breeds diversity. Isn't that right? Let's give iConnect a round of applause. The next C is cut. If you're not familiar with all the cuts, I will just mention the most common are the round. A bit expensive would be the heart. There would be princess, and there would be baguette. If you talk of cuts in iConnect, I would like to liken it to competence. The members are filled with people who are competent in their respective field, be it training, be it education, be it marketing, be it IT, manufacturing, or even in the medical field. I heard there were some nurses who were part of iConnect already. To a great extent, this is an event which was staged with no budget. And why is that possible? Because our ever-talented past President DG, where are you? DG? Yes, DG. And his team are the ones who put everything together. I would love to say the cut in you in marketing and events has made all of this possible. But there are other talents. For example, Jay Amatong, who is our host for tonight, should be counting money in Bangko Sentral, Pilipinas.
My dad is not counting.
He has stopped counting money. He is now ready to serve our club. And so it is with all the other members who, when I look at all the President's Circle Viber and another Viber group, were contributing their piece of contribution to the event tonight. President John has done a great deal of job in putting this 10th anniversary and her induction. And I would love to say that being a realtor, she is also a logistics person. Thank you, President John. Okay. The third C would be clarity. Clarity is simply brilliance, sparkle. Regardless of size, hindi naman nakukuha sa laki ng bato eh. Nakukuha yan sa kinang ng bato. And so I would like to say that the members of iConnect, whether new or veterans, non-officer or officers, each one of them would shine in every speech project. They would shine in every term that they would achieve. They would shine and they will do their best, even if it is a contest. And I was surprised that Toastmaster Mitch, who is a newcomer in our club, was competing already. Congratulations also to you. But over the 10 years, everything was not smooth sailing for iConnect. There were problems, there were challenges, there were a lot of little things here and there. And I would say, externally, there was an attack on the club. There were wrong perceptions, there were false accusations, there was envy, even to a point of questioning how do we ever achieve our president's distinguished. Paano nga ba? Di ba nag-i-speech? Pag nag-i-speech, ini-evaluate. Pag ini-evaluate, nagpo-proceed sa next speech. And the question is, how do you ever achieve your norms and your terms and all of these things? That is externally. But I would like to commend the group that despite all of this, the club remained focused in achieving its goals. It's true to its commitment to communication, to honing their craft, not only because they wanted the points, not only because they had to be President's Distinguished, but look at President John, accepting the fact that she's not a public speaker, but assuming the role of President and even going to the next level. Never mind the external attacks. For as long as you are true to your word and you value respect and you value integrity. But what people didn't know externally was there were challenges internally as well. I will not mention all of them because some of them were mentioned by past President Jeff already. Am I right? But there was one time that one president of ours was stricken with cancer. And that was the time the club was in a great challenge. Nobody knew he had cancer of the blood. And the doctor said, lay low, lay low. Who would understand? You are the president. I must say, that was the time iConnect did not achieve President's Distinguished. Am I right? But, never mind being President's Distinguished because our president is now a cancer survivor. All of these things that I am telling you happened within the last 10 years. And I put them together. It puts in a lot of what you call carat weight or size. When I research again, do you know how much 1 carat is of a diamond? Minimum 150,000 1 carat. Depending on the brilliance and the cut, it can even be 500,000 to 600,000 per carat. I am not about to say that iConnect is way beyond the 500,000 carat. But what I'd like to say is that all of the learnings in the past 10 years, put them together has made iConnect a higher level of a piece of diamond. And as we go brighter, bolder, and what? Bigger, brighter, and bolder. It is now the greater challenge of the next term. It will not be easy sailing for the club and all of the other clubs for that matter. Why? If you are always looking for perfection, you will be disappointed. Because we are all imperfect. There are imperfect members, there are imperfect leaders, there are imperfect clubs. You put them to a higher level, it can be an imperfect area, an imperfect division, or an imperfect district. If we aspire for them to change for us, all the more we will be disappointed. Let us just focus on what we have to do for as long as we align ourselves to the overall objectives of Toastmasters, and therefore we will achieve what we need to achieve. If the theme is bigger, bolder, brighter, that is the level up, carat size or carat weight of the next decade, which will be started by President John and her team. And if you will be faced with a lot of difficulties and disappointments, as a human being, I will have to say that, sapagkat ako'y tao lamang, okay. Pero pag ikaw ay nagtanim ng galit sa ibang tao because they are imperfect, we are the one making that big mistake. And I would have to say, look beyond the imperfection of the club. Look beyond the imperfection of the people around you, because they are bound to make mistakes. And their aspirations are not the same as yours. They may not be aligned. And once you are getting into grips with reality that you almost would like to give up, there is only one person to call on. Be strong in your faith, and that is God. If you serve the club for God, if you do your role for God, you will be able to go through the process and see beyond, and all the others are forgivable. With that, I put the challenge on President John to put the club in the next decade, which is the starting of your club, of your term. It's going to be a different challenge and a higher level of challenge, because what you experienced in the last 10 years could even be worse, could even be more difficult. So I prepare your heart, I prepare your mind, be focused on the goal, do it for the Lord. Good night.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, as Charter President of iConnect Toastmasters Club, Elvira Grilla. All those hardships, all those challenges, all those difficulties that the iConnect Toastmasters Club has gone through over the past 10 years, that's all part of making it extra special. It's not just the carrot, it adds character. And that's what we hope to bring in the next 10 years and even beyond. And to bring that brilliance of iConnect Toastmasters Club, we have the new members of iConnect Toastmasters who will carry the torch of brilliance in the Toastmasters community. So we call on them as we induct, and as I call your name, please join me on stage, well in front, there's no stage. And we will induct you formally into the iConnect Toastmasters Club community. So we begin with Toastmaster Harold Bueno. Next we have Alexei Benitez. Please welcome Michelle Bautista. Green Brillantes, come on down. Jojo Castillo, I'm looking your way. Your turn to come up. Sheradel Jimenez, where are you? There you are. We have Fame An to take center stage. And finally, Erica T. Hankey. These, ladies and gentlemen, is the new generation of iConnect Toastmasters. And now, to induct them formally, please welcome in her first official function as President, Jamela B. Santos.
First of all, we'd like to acknowledge the presence of our Club Growth Director, Toastmaster Andana. We'd also like to call the mentors, the past presidents of iConnect Toastmasters Club, to stand behind the new members of iConnect. They will serve as mentors. Yeah, we can be approximate. Wow, we have a lot of members. Thank you, my JCI friends, for coming over. Being a Toastmaster means more than simply making a commitment to self-development. Everyone who joins a Toastmasters Club is making a commitment to the club, to its members, and to the organization as a whole. What do you pledge to the iConnect Toastmasters Club? May I request everyone to please raise your right hand? Just the new members, not the mentors. Because we're inducted already. As a member of Toastmasters International, and the iConnect Toastmasters Club, do you promise to attend club meetings regularly? Yes. No, you answer. Because I'm asking you a question. Do you promise to attend club meetings regularly? Yes. Kindly record, Michael. We need this to be documented. Do you promise to prepare all of your speeches to the best of your ability, basing them on projects in the Competent Communication and Competent Leadership Manuals, or the Advanced Communication and Leadership Program Manuals? Yes. Louder with conviction. Yes. Promise to be bolder, right? Yes. Do you willingly prepare for and fulfill meeting assignments? Yes. Do you promise to provide fellow members with helpful, constructive evaluations? Yes. Do you promise to help the club maintain a positive, friendly environment necessary for all members to learn and grow? Yes. Do you promise to willingly serve as an officer when called upon to do so? Yes. Again? Maybe next year, not this year. Do you promise to treat your fellow club members and our guests with respect and courtesy? Yes. Do you promise to bring guests to club meetings so that they can see the benefits Toastmasters membership offers? Do you promise to adhere to the guidelines and rules for all Toastmasters educational and recognition programs? Yes. And lastly, do you promise to maintain honest and highly ethical standards during the conduct of all Toastmasters activities? Yes. Very good. Now I'd like to call iConnect Club members to please stand up. And also have a... Alright, minus the waiters. Unless they want to be inducted.
No, no.
We accept people from all walks of life. Members of iConnect, these new members have pledged to be full participants in iConnect Toastmasters Club. What do you, as the members of iConnect Toastmasters Club, pledge to them? This is not a table topic.
let's go.
Okay, you may repeat after me. Kindly raise your right hand. Members, including me. Members, the newly inducted.
Newly inducted, not yet.
Members who don't have. Okay, because they need to swear that they will support you. Please repeat after me. We, the members of iConnect Toastmasters Club,
We, the members of iConnect Toastmasters Club,
pledge to support you
pledge to support you
in your quest for self-improvement,
in your quest for self-improvement,
to provide you with positive,
provide you with positive,
helpful evaluations,
helpful evaluations,
to maintain a friendly and supportive atmosphere,
to maintain a friendly, supportive atmosphere,
to give you opportunities to help others,
give you opportunities to help others,
and to make your Toastmasters membership a rewarding and fulfilling experience.
to make your Toastmasters membership a rewarding and fulfilling experience.
Very good. Thank you so much. Can I request everyone to congratulate the newly inducted members of iConnect Toastmasters Club. Yay! Nakakano na kami. Nasisi na kami. Points.
Ay, naku, sawa namin sa'yo. Kanina pa tayo nagyayap sa... Yung sa'yo. Yung sa'yo nakakalapit.
Master!
Mga kami Toastmasters! Uy, magda-dance pa tayo ha! Magda-dance pa tayo! Grabe! Welcome! Welcome sa bagong member ka?
Opo.
Bagong member ka? Thank you. Ay, yung mga narinig dito?
Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you.
Congratulations to our new members of iConnect Toastmasters Club. This is a new face of iConnect. Let's all give him a big round of applause. To the new members, sige, we can move the podium siguro before it doesn't seem like you're taking the podium away from me. I'm just gonna keep talking. In any case, to the new members, iConnect Toastmasters has set the bar pretty high, as you are about to see the next video. And so that you know what you're in for in the next 10 years. We are counting on you to bring iConnect to the next level. So, if you could play the video, let's all enjoy this.
Three lines. I failed to mention that when iConnect was in deep crisis, Lavi had to assume a second year of presidency. So she is the second president and the 9th president para lang makabuelta ang iConnect. Let's give Lavi a round of applause. Pero sabi niya, after this, diyan bahala ka na.
What she failed to mention, 2nd, 9th, and 45th. So that you'll be about 150 by that time.
Every 10 years.
Every 10 years ba? So, hindi pa tapos kontrata mo. In other words, we look forward to that. And hopefully kami ay ugod-ugod na. You have your name to count on. So, 10 years is nothing to sneeze at, and it's been filled with joys and challenges, heartache. Speaking as a past president, so many things you go through. And in the 10 years, iConnect has been through a lot. So to celebrate the 10 years together, I think we should all, do you each have your glasses? Maybe ask the waiters to please. So I may call on the past presidents, that includes you now, Lavi, but you, all the presidents, President Jam and the past presidents, please join us for this toast. And we have it's a ceremonial cake. It's like a wedding theme that we're all gonna cut in 10 pieces.
Jun, ang laki ng picture mo, Jun. Jun, ang laki ng picture mo. Gusto ko white one.
Ang laki ng Jun, grabe ka. Grabe, word.
So if you take a look at this cake, you will see faces of the presidents and the members as they are now. And this especially bought by Jam. And in as much as Ida was not here, but I remember she's the one who made this podium. So she's here. Hello, Ida. Ida is a very important person in the life of iConnect. And she was one of the pioneers of iConnect, in fact. So as soon as we have all the classes for everyone,
Ay, the audience, sandali.
Design of glass. They can use their...
They can use your glasses.
you can raise your glasses that you have in front of you, assuming that it is your glass.
You can open the wine.
There are bottles of wine. You can fill your glass with wine and iced tea. That's a strange combination, but let's give it a try. But let us raise our glasses to a bigger, brighter, bolder iConnect Toastmasters Club for the next 10 years and beyond. Cheers, everyone! Our formal program. But since we still have some time left in this venue, let's make the most out of it. So before we close the formal part of this evening's festivities, let me just announce first that after this, you can have Butch and Ivy will help us out with the entertainment, but anyone can just take the mic and can sing to our heart's content. After all, iConnect, well, not just iConnect, Toastmasters are not made to make just speeches. We're supposed to show our talent in singing, right? You have to prove me right on this one. No one answered, right?
Okay.
So we're gonna see. We have a JCI contingent over here. Let's see who does it better. And of course, for those of us who are dual citizens, Lavi, I, Jam, Mitch, Rhea, DG, Hazel. Yeah, we can just watch and entertain ourselves when they make, well, they entertain us. So, to formally close this evening's festivities, I call on the VP for Education, Myanmar, yes, who's Mr. ASEAN himself, who has made friends from North Korea. So, you might be telling us about that.
Go pray.
Go Melvin.
Mga straight dyan, pre. Good evening, everyone.
Wow. Wow.
Let me share with you a very brief story, but a very personal one. About 7 years ago, or maybe 6 years ago, in a very damp and dark room at the heart of Camp Aguinaldo, I delivered a presentation about South China Sea. You know my work, right? Well, some of you. I'm a defense researcher. So I delivered a presentation about the South China Sea, crisis management, and I was so confident that I knew all these concepts, all these theories, and all these data. I was given 1 hour to brief a military general. I was so confident, I thought I was doing a great job. After 1 hour, the military general, 2-star general then, told me, alam mo, Myanmar, sa isang oras na nilagi ko dito, I could have saved lives in Mindanao. You wasted my time and you could have killed people just because you held me back here. It was one of probably the most traumatic experiences that I had in my career as a researcher. I thought I knew it all. I thought it was about just knowing the data, just providing yourself with all the information that you need. I didn't care about communication. I didn't care about the manner by which I delivered these data or these ideas. But that precise moment symbolized a very painful but memorable turning point in my life. I was really so depressed. I literally could not sleep. I could not eat. And I think I also lost some pounds. Well, apparently I already gained some. It was during these loneliest moments of my career that I met a distinguished Toastmaster by the name of Edith Garden. Wow. Edith was working then with a military general for a crisis management manual that will be enforced all throughout the Philippines. I was lucky enough to partner with her. She saw how terrified I was and how depressed I was while presenting these data before military generals. And during the coffee break, distinguished Toastmaster Edith Gardy approached me. Myanmar, baka gusto mong pumasyal sa iConnect every Wednesday night sa Max's restaurant. I hesitated because I thought public speaking was not for me. I actually had stage fright then.
Wow.
And I didn't even know about Toastmasters. At first I was also suspicious because probably this is something like a networking thing. And I didn't want to get myself involved in that kind of business because I didn't know how to sell. But maybe, I thought to myself, maybe there was more to it than meets the eye. And so I tried. It was a very, very rainy afternoon. I went there at Max's restaurant. I was so timid, I was so shy.
Wow.
And believe it or not, I was so shy then. I met Toastmasters, for the very first time I met Toastmasters Jeff, Toastmasters Lavi, and all other Toastmasters J, they were all there. They were so welcoming. I felt I found a home. And I felt I found the place that will help me transform the charcoal in me to become a brilliant diamond.
Wow! May pilit!
May pilit na!
May pilit!
Kaya tahimik kanina eh.
May pilit!
I thought,
Okay na, po na.
oh tama. Lasing na eh. So I thought to myself, I think I would spend more time in this club. But of course, the stage fright was still there. And maybe for the very first time, I would reveal, and pardon me for the former presidents, I would intentionally come late just to avoid table topics portion.
Kaya pala.
Sorry naman.
Bastos na. Wala nang matawag.
But then, of course, iConnect Toastmasters Club is a platform of transformation. And I realized that indeed, because of iConnect Toastmasters Club, I was able to transform myself from a timid guy to an outgoing gay.
Love you, pre!
And at this point, may I invite the former presidents to please stand up.
Na naman?
Sige na.
Okay, stand up. Okay.
Lalapit pa?
Ladies and gentlemen, huwag na, dyan na kayo. These are the, well,
alcoholic presidents.
past President Bing Villana said a while ago that there was a sunshine that made diamonds sparkle and glitter. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the sunshine that help make the diamonds in us glitter. Especially that guy over there. So may I ask everyone, one last time to please give them a warm round of applause. Past President, you may now take your seat.
Salamat, ha?
After all, a diamond was just a charcoal that had undergone extreme heat and pressure over time. And that is what iConnect Toastmasters Club offered to all of us. We all came in as a very raw diamond that would undergo extreme but positive heat and pressure. And look at what we are now. Still charcoal? No, not necessarily. We glitter, we sparkle in our brilliance. We may not necessarily be the best and the brightest speakers, but rest assured that the members of iConnect Toastmasters Club, because of the inspiration provided by our former presidents, we are striving and we are really endeavoring to shine and be the best versions of ourselves.
Maipasok.
Maipasok na naman.
2 points.
2 points. And so, ladies and gentlemen, this ceremony is not just about the induction of the newly installed officers and oath-taking of the new members. This is a celebration and a thanksgiving to all the former presidents and all the former officers of iConnect Toastmasters Club for really laying the groundwork and providing the very positive environment so that new members who had doubts about themselves and who had doubts about their capabilities would eventually shatter those doubts and become the best speakers and the best leaders that they could ever be. So, to the former presidents again, and to the former officers of iConnect Toastmasters Club, thank you very much for transforming us and for making us glitter and shine. And rest assured that under the administration of Jamela Santos, together with her team, we would carry on with the tradition of excellence and we would move forward so that we can become bigger maipasok lang talaga ang team. Bigger, brighter, and bolder. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the night. Good evening.
I thought he was going to say in the deep, dark basement of Camp Aguinaldo, he was going to talk about his martial law experience as a detainee in the spirit of the 21st the recently concluded anniversary of martial law. But no, but thank you very much, Myanmar. That was very, well, deep, wasn't it? And as a former president of iConnect, we would like to thank you for keeping faith in the club, for being here when we need people to talk, when we're tired of hearing our own voices. And we count on the new members to carry on this tradition. And in the next 10 years and beyond, we hope to come back to, well, if we're still alive, to come back to a more vibrant club, a club that is bigger, brighter, and bolder. So let's, again, So, in as much as we have our newly inducted president of iConnect Toastmasters Club, I call on Jamela Santos to formally close this evening's festivities.
Before I formally close our 10-year anniversary and induction of officers, I have something for the past presidents.
Ayan naman ang gusto-gusto.
Nakalimutan ko.
Ayan naman ang gusto-gusto ko eh. Kaya naman ako umaatin.
We'd like to thank the sponsors.
Ay wow, kahon.
I have something for our past presidents. Medyo na-pressure yung susunod na presidente. It's okay. It's our 10th year anniversary. We deserve this. Because you're very supportive.
Alam ko yan.
Don't expect too much.
Oh no! Ay grabe!
This is my way of saying my heartfelt gratitude to my past presidents, especially to IPP Lavi Peñaverde, our charter president, always been supportive, PP Jeff, lahat, everyone, PPJ, everyone. PP Ray, and I love you.
Wow.
Of course,
parang show.
Happy events. Thank you so much, Direk Bars, past president DG, thank you so much. Meron pa ba ako nakalimutan?
Wala na. Bigay mo na yan.
Okay. Alright, I'd like to give this as a token
Alam ko yan.
of my love
and
appreciation to my beloved past presidents.
Ay, kunin nyo na Ensaymada.
Isa-isa to.
Ay, kahamari na tayo. Gutom na gutom. Nakakahiya, gutom na gutom.
Ay, pumila ka na. Ikaw na sila.
According to the year of service, 2009,
That's you.
Ikaw yan, ikaw.
Ako na sila. Ay, dalawa kay Labi.
Ay, dalawa kay Lavi, abusada.
Ay, bada.
2010,
Wala siya.
okay, 2011. 2012, doon ko sino 2011.
Kaya ako yun. Kaya talaga. Huwag mo tayong Vienna, huwag kang ganyan.
Ensaymada nga.
Ensaymada.
2013, PP Jeff Garcia.
Ensaymada.
2014, past President DG Guzman, Mars. Happy events. Iba yan, iba yan.
Bias!
Eh, pero naman 2 years na siya nag-serve eh.
Okay.
We have raffle pa ha, sandali lang. From Nutri-Asia. Truly Asia. Thank you so much, Harold, Mitch, everyone, Maki, everyone for really helping out. Okay, as the 2017-2018 President of iConnect Toastmasters Club, I now adjourn this 10th year anniversary and induction of officers. Let's party! And we'll do community dance, I'll be your teacher also. Due to budget constraints.
Oh, ayan. Tapos na yung formalan. Kaya ako na yung papapel dito. Kayo umaasa ng galangan na. Okay, so, dahil party talaga to, we have, may pamigay. Akalain niyo yun, may pamigay. Oo. So, kung sino yung susunod na president, good luck sa'yo. Ina-announce na susunod na president, sa karinderya lang yung ating susunod na induction. Kasi,
Samaling bana.
mamumulubi siya. Okay.
Kamay ko baw.
Okay, galing Happy Events. Tinatawagan si Beth Lopez de Leon. Bibigay na na. Miles Tan. Nawawala. Chia Gamolo. Wala pa rin. Teresa Alberto. Wala pa rin. Wala na yung mga taga-edit eh. Umalis na. O sige. Tutuloy natin. Pamiyamaya. Maraming bag. Marami kayong uuwi. Ano naman ang mga bag natin? Basta marami. Prayer intentions. Ano pa ba? May mask card. May perpetual mask card. Tsaka pa meron. Ay, sandok. Galing Nutri-Asia. Yan ang pinakamahal na sandok. Galing Nutri-Asia. Kala nyo nagbibiro ako? Galing talagang Nutri-Asia sandok. Gagamitin nyo. So before we continue, let's have fun. Enjoy, guys.